That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one quick question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up? Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. Not the best day. Just not the best day. I applied for Streamer University, and I wouldn't have gotten my hopes up because my application was rushed. The video was rushed, everything like that, because Kai was like, apply now, apply as soon as possible, because the people who get in first are going to have the priority. So I was like, okay, I did something real quick, 20, 30 minutes before work and just sent it in. Did not work. So I didn't expect to get in originally. And then I saw people posting their decline rejection letters. When they were posting those, I said, okay, I haven't gotten one yet. That must mean, and then he started the stream. He said, we're going to send you your acceptance letters as soon as I announce your name. I said, oh man, I think I'm about to get in because I haven't received the letter. Fast forward, I still not received the letter. So that happened. Then earlier today, I would have loved to go to the grocery store, something like that. Run errands, whatever. Just take a walk. 10 inmates from the jail just break out, write a little thing on a wall. Too easy. You can't get us. Nah, boo-boo. Multiple unaliving people suspects, just walking the streets of the city, bro. All day. And after all day, they only caught 2 of them. So it's still 8 of them out there, including multiple unalive suspects. And so, yeah, we're dealing with that. I have to leave tomorrow. I have an event tomorrow, so I have to leave the crib then, hoping that it's we all good, because people outside right now like it's a normal day, but it's just crazy, bro. It's been a crazy day. The Dream lost to Washington. A Washington without like Shakira Austin and Kiki Iriafin. I don't know. Today just didn't make any. I think the best part about today, if you want to go positive, the best part about today definitely was the Knicks just putting it away. Knicks just put it away. Save us from a game 7, please. Take us out of our misery, our pain. This also is looking like, okay, they lost by 50. They lost by 50 with the Jaylen Brown-led team. Can the Jaylen Brown-led team win? Like, go beyond the second round? I don't know. I think we'll see the first ever Jaylen Brown-led team next year. Whether they keep Jaylen Brown, or if they trade him to another team and he is kind of like the guy over there, right? Like, if you think of a place like Atlanta, I don't know if they're willing to take on that $300 million contract. But if you look at a place like Atlanta, he would be the number 1 scoring option with Trae Young becoming a facilitator. I think that's where the Hawks look the best, when Trae Young facilitates and he's not like just a primary scoring option. He was the year that they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's an interesting thing. But when they were playing really well at the beginning of last season in the in-season tournament and made it all the way to the Final Four, and Jalen Johnson was healthy. Jalen Johnson and Ricochet and DeAndre Hunter, those guys were like kind of like taking on a lot of the scoring load for the Hawks. So that's why I say that. I want to see a box score. That's what I've been looking for this entire time. I don't know if you guys knew, but I was looking for a box score. I don't see a box. I see everything else from this game in my email except for a box score. I see the quarter breakdown scores. I see who led the team in score. Where's a box score? Keynotes. They don't have any box scores here. Highlights. I guess we won't have a box score. I'm trying to find this box score. I know I said the word 8 times. but I want to find it so I can go into the thing. Full box score on book is available in the attachments. It's not in the attachments. All right, let me see if I could just look up Honor Dream. I'll look up ESPN. ESPN usually has box scores. All right, hold on. This is incredible, by the way, that they lost to Washington. A lot of people had high hopes for the team that, they're going to do this. I was like, man, look, they always look good on paper. But it's just something that always happens. All right, yeah. So they shot 36 threes. They went 12 for 36. Washington only shot 18 threes. Let me see. Leash had 25 and 8. Bree Jones had 16 and 10. BG almost like carried them to a win there. 18 and 8. She took over at the end of the game. She's really trying to will them to a win. Ryan Howard, 11 points, 4 turnovers, 6 assists. Pow played 25 minutes as a starting point guard. And that's it. They don't have any other point guards. They need a point guard, bro. They need a point guard bad. Cut Haley Jones. I feel like you need a point guard. Doing the most over one game. I mean, they lost to the Washington Mystics, who didn't have Shakira Austin and I said they didn't have Kiki earlier. I'm tripping. They didn't have Shakira Austin or Aaliyah Edwards. Not necessarily the best thing. Not necessarily the best sign. Yeah, but Brittany Sykes had 22 points. She was plus 5. Salute. Sonia in her debut, I have to salute her for sure. 19 points, plus 3, a turnover, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. We need to run the offense through Ryan. That's exactly why we lost, because we didn't. We'll see what happens this season. He started pop out only for Ryan to still end up having to run point guard and initiate all of the offense. Yeah, 100%. Pop out didn't play exactly that much. You see here, she took 25 minutes. Those are more than like anybody off the bench, but still, it's like she was kind of just in there at the beginning of the game, did a little thing, missed a couple shots, benched her for a little while. And then, like you said, down the stretch, it was all Ryan running point guard. So, no, this is what it is. I'm gonna move on to the next thing, man. We're gonna get to this news and things of that sort. Let's see what happens. Like you said, game 1 of 44, but definitely not how you want to start the season to a team like Washington without 2 of their better players. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Those are homies, by the way, if you were wondering. And this is the video. I've never watched the video. Nas only had 1 minute. Oh, that's crazy. Nas only playing. I saw her on the bench looking kind of like upset, but I didn't realize she only played 1 minute. Oh, yeah, I know she's heated. That'll be something to watch for her.
So you see them jarring open the door. They get open. Subsequently, they go inside that cell. And this is.
Oh, my gosh.
The loading dock door. As you know, if you notice, they are carrying blankets with them. This road that they're going out of is behind this building, as I explained. They subsequently go through another door. And here, at some point, you will see them come through here, and they scale the fence through this door that's near the construction site. They scale that fence, and then they go on their escape crossing all lanes of I-10. And that's where you see them going across that.
How do you let this happen, bro? How do you let this happen, dude? They running in the middle of the traffic, still ain't get hit.
And as Casey said,
These boys is, man, what, dog? Like I said, I ain't left the crib once. I can't even get no water. I got this much water left. After that, that's it. It's GG's. I've never been to jail, but they have had friends. They failed everything. I never been to jail, but they had friends. But have had friends. They failed everything. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how you let this happen, because I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I say, like I'm sure everybody had the same reaction. If it's one person, two people, heck, maybe even a trio of people, a mastermind, someone who's athletic to hop over the fence or slide them, whatever the case might be, and then one person to hold open the fence, hold open the thing, and to be the lookout. And max 3. What's good, Brooklyn? 3, right? 11 is crazy. That's like a kindergarten class. That's like a class of first graders, bro. You let 11 run out? So you saying everybody? I think I seen the thing where the sheriff said, I think this is an inside job. It has to be, bro. What else do you say when you let 11 run across the city? 11 is insane, dog. Look at this. Well, like, so you had someone sleeping here.
So,
We'll provide this to y'all.
so you see them jarring open the door. They open. Subsequently, they go inside that cell, and this is where you see them.
Bro, they look like kids running out to recess from class, bro. It it was 10. I'm sorry. I said 11 because I was used to saying 11 all day. But it was 10. You're right. It was 10. One they caught 2. They caught one tonight, and then they caught one in the morning who was hiding over they caught a third one? When they catch the third one? Just now? Because they caught 2. Because they caught one in the morning under the car over there in the quarter. And then they caught the second one tonight, like 3 hours ago. So they caught a third one? Let me see. Hold on. Who am I looking up? Hey, Brooklyn, I appreciate the love, brother, with the super chat. Brooklyn said, thank you for always producing great content. I got to come back on Brooklyn's channel at some point of life. I will be back. It's just a matter of when, to be honest. Today, I'm not even gonna lie. The Streamer University thing took like everything out of me today. But I'll be back. Let me see where we at. So they caught the third one. See, look, hold on. So you see the second one right here. Do they have a third one? Oh yeah. They just posting them. Okay, this is the third one. All right, so maybe I could go like. They first announced it. At an apartment in New. Oh my gosh. Did you hear about the Vegas shooting at the gym? No. What happened? I'll look that up. No. Okay. All right. Today. So this is what happened. They originally reported it as 11, but it ended up being 10. They caught the first guy in the morning at like 8:30 a.m. He was hiding under a car at 8:30 in the morning. So now you have 8. And then they just caught a guy about 3 hours ago. Now they had 7. It's sensational how all of these guys were still in New Orleans. Like, you don't think, okay, dang, we got out. This is the biggest story in the city. Maybe I should leave. Huh? What? Maybe I should leave the state. Maybe I should leave the city. These boys went to their mama house. These boys went to their cribs. All right, so how many is that? What, 7? Yeah, so it's wait, hold on. 9, 8, 7. What's crazy? It happened at 1 a.m. and they didn't know until 8:30. Yeah, bro. The TV station told them. I mean, I think that's the way that WSU was telling it. They were telling it like the TV station told them, and the sheriff didn't know. So they just sleep all day. Right? I had to stay in the crib. Like I said, I'm holding on to this last little swig of water until tomorrow. Hopefully overnight, after I stream and go to sleep and wake up, all them boys will be caught. I could go outside, no worries. But yeah, this was the third one. This was the second one. And this was the first one. Where's the first one? They don't have the picture of the first one? I guess they don't up here on this page. But yeah, the first one was also caught. I don't know, man. It's crazy. These are the guys captured, and the other dude. This dude. Who's this? Dennis? So they caught him, and caught Dennis. Him. So now it's Gary Price, Corey Boyd. He looked like the smartest one. Linton Van Buren. He looked like the scariest one, I'm not going to lie. If I come across him, it's GG's. Just know that I love all y'all. I appreciate all y'all. So you had a 7-hour start. That's exactly that. That's what everybody said. That's what everybody said, bro. Everybody was like, them boys could be in West Texas right now. And you know what most of them did? They just stayed in New Orleans. Someone had to be smart enough to leave town. 100%. 100%. If it was, okay, this is an updated one. It's an updated one. If these three got caught, you know, it became the biggest story. It's the biggest story in America right now. Obviously, head and shoulders the biggest story in the city. That doesn't even need to be said. When it gets to that level, and all three of these boys got caught in a city, it's like NOPD got them, bro. It wasn't even like, oh, Louisiana state troopers. The local police department got these guys. These boys went to their mama house and fell asleep. But yeah, man. Linton's definitely going. Like I said, like he looks like the smartest one here, bro. Linton's definitely going. They have to be going. One was caught in the water. So too bad the Gators and Sharks didn't get 100%. 100%. He got lucky, boy. But yeah, we got sentence and all those like unalivers just walking the streets. But why did they stay in the city? Like you had the whole world. Like you could even try to ran on foot the whole time. I bet when they saw their baby. So that's why they stayed in the city. To go see their girlfriends and their baby moms. Because that just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like you literally could have just ran and jogged the entire day. And you would have at least been in Metairie. You would at least been you would at least made it to Metairie. Y'all boys stayed in the city of New Orleans. What's that, baby? All right, but we'll see what happens. You guys we innocent. Too easy. OJC. He said FOPSO. And they said sucker. And then you guys can fill in the blank there. It was right behind this little toilet, bro. Right behind this little toilet. I still don't believe it, dude. They said Groves is the most dangerous on there. Oh, hold on. Dang, you sound like you got insider information. Hold on. Nah, don't wait, hold on. Where we at? He said he the most in? Man. He said he the most. It sounds like you got inside information. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm a suburban kid. If you boys see me out here trying to go to Rouse's, I'm just trying to get some water, bro. I'm not no snitch. I'm not gonna report you. The $7,000 reward is not enough. Y'all boys got out once. I believe y'all could get out again. The $7,000 reward is not enough for me. I'm just trying to go to Rouse's and get some water, bro. He said he 4 people. 4 people. He got 4. I might just stay in the house another day. if y'all see me streaming in the middle of the day tomorrow, like if I'm live streaming this Indiana Chicago Sky game, and I'm you know how people be going live with the game on their TV and they don't show the TV, they just be like, "Ooh, that's a good pass," and they do that for 2-3 hours. If y'all see me do that instead of being outside at an event at whatever I was supposed to go to, it's because these boys still roaming the streets. That's all that is. Today said he looks like it. Girls at 4. I've been on this all day. Massey too. No, yeah, Massey the one that I just said. I'm just straight up. Yeah, I'm definitely scared of him. Did I see the list of charges? Nah. Should I pull them up? I'll pull up the list of charges, bro. Where they at? This look like it's gonna be a dang. Oh, hold on now. All right, Fox 8 finally pulled up. I should have pulled up on make sure you guys go subscribe NOLA.com, the Times Picayune. Support me and support local journalism. Where the charges at? All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Oh my gosh. Derek Groves convicted of 2 people and 2 others on Mardi Gras Day in 2018. Antoine Massey held on domestic abuse and vehicle theft charges with prior escapes dating back to 2007. Also wanted in St. Tammany Parish for kidnapping and rape. Linton Van Buren accused of a 2020. I thought he was good. Linton, I thought you was a smart one. You was out in New Orleans East wilding. For those of y'all don't know, New Orleans East is dangerous, bro. This is why I really just be saying in the crib for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jermaine Donald, charged with an attempted second degree, aggravated battery, weapons violation, and obstruction of justice. This sounds like the safest guy. The safest guy. He just had attempted. Gary Price wanted in connection to an attempted first degree. Okay, this is also attempted, but this is second degree. Awaiting trial on burglary, drug and weapon charge. Okay, this is the safest guy, Leo Tate, and accused of unaliving Brandon Fees during a car burglary during 2024. Yeah, Leo Tate is the guy, man. Leo Tate, it's crazy. He probably looks one of the craziest. One escaped 3 times. I heard that. One escaped 3 times. Yeah. If you boys see me in the streets, just know I don't mean no harm. I ain't gonna tell you if I know $7,000. Because if I tell you for $7,000, you gonna escape again and then come find me, and then I'll be done. And would my life be worth $7,000? No. I like to believe it's worth a little more. At least 70,000. It was a joke. But what? It's a crazy day. Crazy day. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know my neighbors. I got some cool neighbors, but I don't know them like that well though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Dennis charges. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to it. They don't have them up here. Let me see. Yeah, they don't have them up here for some reason on this story. Fox 8. Perhaps NOLA.com has them. Let me see. NOLA.com. Make sure you support local journalism. Wink, wink. All right, let me see. NOLA.com. 10 inmates. Charges. Let's see what pops up. Here's the latest. 3rd inmate captured All right, I'll click this one. Shout out to Lauren. Dang, Lauren been working all dang day. Lauren started working when I worked. It was like 9 a.m. It is currently 12:30 a.m. the next day. Oh, he was found in New Orleans East. This boy is just chilling. These boys went to their cribs. What is y'all doing? He was jailed on charges of armed robbery and illegal possession of weapons. That's what Dennis was charged of. So yeah, there's that. These boys stayed in the cribs. Okay, hold on. Y'all give me a second. All right, bet. So that's what's currently going on outside of these walls, and I haven't left all day. It would have been nice to run to the grocery store or just get a nice walk in, but I didn't do so because these people are just outside. And they didn't even flee. They didn't flee the country, nevertheless, like flee the state of Louisiana. Just went to their cribs and waited until it became like the biggest story. I don't know, man. But let me go to the next scene. Because I just had to bring that up first just because it's on my mind of just like the type of day it's been. The second thing, Antonio Brown, AB, man, the former superstar wide receiver turned just overall character and social media influencer, was at Aiden Ross's event. And outside, they tried to snatch his chain and jump him. And then he ran and then, according to the video, and then the cops arrested him. And I guess the cops let him go after a while when they found out why he did what he did. So with that being said, this is him explaining it. It's 2 minutes. And yeah.
On you though.
Nah, it ain't no story time.
Nah, not at all.
Charleston White was excited to tell it, boy. You know he loved the drama. He loved the mess. He loved some call to some violence.
Nah. Yeah, Charles is right. Nah, no story time.
Hey, listen.
Yo, there you go.
Hey, County, Liberty City.
Yo, that's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say, AB.
I know it's hard. Thanks for inviting me tonight, though.
Love you, bro. Thank you, bro. I'm so sorry.
Hey, the champ right here. Hey, yo, champ.
Oblivion.
Come on, baby. Good shit tonight. This is the real champ right here.
Sir, 3-0.
Good shit. 3-0, bro. Good show. Where the fight, bro. Younger champion.
Nice meeting you,
Big
bro.
heart, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
I had just clapped you up outside. You saw that shit, right?
And then right after I saw what happened to you.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We left some blood out there, huh?
Huh?
There's niggas out there bleeding.
Nah, catch up. Nothing. I didn't see
Yeah,
nothing.
catch up.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Man, this man Antonio Brown, bro. Like, what happened, bro? What happened, dude?
I'm blacked out, dude. I'm blacked out, Aiden.
I know you did.
I know what happened.
I know.
He said no story time, and then he proceeded to give the story time of what happened.
Right, man.
Bring it came out.
Bring it up, bro. That was your... Hey, it was his security guard. But he,
one of them niggas, I don't know where they was jumping and helping.
but he was trying to help.
No, because they thought you was getting jumped. So he tried to like pull y'all apart.
I slammed that nigga again.
Hey, you kicked him in his shit.
Yeah.
He was like, what the fuck? I was trying to help.
He would run through anybody when you play. See, I'm just saying, bro. Security not gonna hold AB back, bro.
Kicked him in his shit.
He said,
oh, shit.
I didn't know who it was. It was a lot of niggas.
A lot of shit going on, bro.
He said it was just a bunch
W
of
Van
people.
Dam. W Van.
I'm trying to ask you now, where his cheeks at?
We going on the yacht.
All right,
You wanna come?
Uncle birthday. Oh, you got some birthday.
We on the yacht.
Ain't nothing to lose a little skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get that shit back.
Oh yeah, it grows right back.
Put a little skin on the ground, come right back.
Yeah. You actually want to come on the yacht with us?
You going on the boat?
I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, he trying to go on the boat.
They
And
trying to take me to the movies. Yo, the cop was gripping me up, bro. One of them was like, man, crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't do nothing, bro. What is Zion?
Come on, let's go. Nigga, I got it right here. What you need?
Let's start heading. We can start heading to the boat. We can start going. Let's go. Let me sit on your lap.
All right, bro. That's insane, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Did you see the video of AB in the pool in Dubai back in the day? Yeah. Drugs happened. Are they all in one bedroom? No, it's so Aiden Ross, he has a warehouse in Miami. And this room right here, the streaming room, is just kind of based off of he had a famous streaming room in LA a few years ago, like when he first kind of came on the scene. And it was in a house with one of Logan Paul's friends. His name was Mike, like Mike Magic. And he was in the house with Aiden Ross. And in his room, he had these green curtains. And like one of the curtains was kind of like slightly off. It was like a sloppy, kind of messed up looking room. But that's where he had a lot of his first viral moments on the internet. So he had like a Soulja Boy stream, a DDG stream, a Blueface stream. That was like the first time that the world was introduced to Krishan Rock for real on a large scale. And that's where Aiden Ross became Aiden Ross, and that's where streaming became streaming to where you see today where celebrities and rappers come on the streaming and everything like that in real person, in real time. So he just recreated that for nostalgia's sake in his warehouse in Miami. It looks like a college dorm. And after he left Pittsburgh, AB went nuts. 100%. For him to do what he did tonight, allegedly, is insane. It's insane. But it's also insane that he got jumped. You know, he got jumped. You got 10 people around you. They all fighting you and stuff like that. And they trying to rob you. And if they can't rob you, what are a lot of people going to do if they can't successfully rob you? Like French Montana said, if they mask up, they coming for your ice. If they bare face, they coming for your life. Come on, like same right there. So if they don't have no mask on and they coming trying to grab your chain, and you don't let them grab your chain because you fighting them off, and they run away, what you think they gonna do? A lot of times, some folks gonna circle back, and if they can't fight it off you, they gonna, because now you're gonna tell, okay, they attempted robbery, this and that. So AB was just defending himself. However, like, to even be in this predicament is ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, to even be out there, it's crazy. Because it's like a certain, you know what I mean? Like, when you're a certain status, like, AB is probably one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's involved with something like this on a random Friday night is crazy. So what do you think about Cassie texting Diddy while she was getting her hubby's leaving her? Someone made jokes about like her husband and stuff like that. It was like a meme and everything. I do think it's an interesting position for him to be in, her husband, just because it's, you know, you have to, I don't know, like throughout all the years, right? For domestic violence, for DV, for DV survivors, runs, and all of these things, like he's always beside her, right? He was always beside her and always hugging her and supporting her. And then to like go on the stand and she's holding like back no details, and she's telling the details of like, yeah, I was with this dude, yeah, I was with this dude, and this is what we said, and this is what we, and to sit through that for like what, how many, 3 full days? It definitely, he's human, right? He's not no robot. He's not just like, oh, I don't care. Like, it's gonna think about it at least. So I don't know, man. I guess it's just shoes I wouldn't want to be in. Not shoes I would want to be in. But prayers up to Cassie. You know, she probably is getting some flack. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you got to think, as a black woman, she's getting as a black woman, it'll be easy just to pull the slut shame card, right? Like, to be, oh, she's a whore. She doesn't matter, her opinions. You know, like, you know how people do, like when someone's like sexually explore, you know what I'm saying, open and kind of just how do you say it? I'm trying to say it, erotic's the way, right? When someone's kind of like open and this and that and all that, and people don't really value them. They like just throw them to the side. Oh, this is just a person that's not a person. You said for 3 days straight. Like I said, man, he's human at the end of the day. Like he can act like it doesn't affect him, but somewhere, some deep inside, like that's gonna affect you, any person. All right, I wanted to listen to this. Snoop, he went on a press run. I talked about that a little bit the other day when he went on Z's and B. Lou stream. He's been on a press run for his latest album, and one thing that kind of was just rubbing me the wrong way is the fact that like he did the Trump thing after like just pooping on Trump for years. Like his whole first thing, it was like blah, Trump bad, Trump bad. And then he took money from Trump and he said, "Oh, you guys gonna be mad at me for taking money from Trump? I'll take the bag. I'm a businessman. This is a crypto event. This ain't a Trump event." And it was clearly a Trump event. And then so then he did the commercial, right? That was like, "Stop all hate." And people was like, "This sounds a lot all lives matters." And they're like, "What's going on with Snoop?" So Ebro was the first person I've seen in this entire press run to directly ask Snoop about it. I'm surprised if Charlemagne didn't ask about it on Breakfast Club, but I haven't seen that interview either. So I saved this clip just to watch it here. Shout out to Apple Music. If y'all tag my stuff, I get it. Y'all pretty exclusive as a platform, but I want to watch this.
Takes a performance gig for some crypto cats around Donald Trump's inauguration. You knew the water was going to be hot, but you went ahead and delved into it. What do you have to say to people now that maybe are feeling some type of way?
Well, I think the situation that needs to be explained is that, 30 minutes or 30 years, right? So how long did I DJ for that night? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Right? So David Sachs, which is the head of crypto. So say, for example, Ebro is David Sachs. He's been my friend for 15 years. Ebro gets a job from the White House to go do some crypto business when me and Ebro been doing crypto business since it started. So imagine that relationship that I have with Ebro, and he gets the job at the White House, and then Ebro says, "Hey, Snoop, I have an event that are some very important people there that's going to help with the initiatives that you want to do dealing with the community in the hood. We need you to show up. We got a bag for you and a bag for the community. We just need you for 30 minutes. Boom. Ebro, I'm there. Show up, do the show, go back to the public. Man, why he do that for him over here? Right. Why he represent?
Man, Snoop. Man, see, the thing with these people, bro, they act like the thing about gaslighting in 2025 and modern days is like these folks really act like we don't have internet. We have the internet, Snoop. This was 2-3 months ago, bro. It's May. That was in January. That was 4 months ago, bro. We have the internet. Come on, bro. We have the internet. The flyer for the event came out before the event. And people was talking about y'all all week, for being on that flyer. They talked about Rick Ross. They talked about Snoop Dogg. They talked about Nelly. Oh, yeah, Nelly got the worst probably before the event. And Nelly did interviews. "Oh, man, if the president called me, I'm going to do it. If the president, it don't make me any less real and this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's the president. You'll never get the chance to perform for the president." He did that whole thing, right? They talked about y'all all week leading up to the event. Y'all went and did the event. Rick Ross and you made a little cell phone video saying, "Yeah, we out here crypto doing the thing." Y'all kept leaning on crypto instead of saying Trump because the whole world and the whole black community is getting on you for doing the thing with Trump. You talked all this big bad talk about Trump. His entire first thing. What you should have did, okay, if that's your boy, he got a job at the White House, he wants you to come out, I got a bag for the community and I got a bag for you. Hey, it's still Trump. I'm Snoop Dogg. I don't need that bag. I'm Snoop Dogg. I've already given enough to the community. And if this bag isn't meant for the community, because all money ain't good money, we all agree with that, right? All money ain't good money. We gonna get the bag another way. It's gonna happen some way, somehow down the line. Snoop Dogg got paid like $1 million a day to do 2 weeks of coverage at the Olympics last summer. You don't need no crypto bag for no 30-minute DJ set at an event for a president that he done talk like a dog about for the whole past 10 years. Oh, if you a Trump, don't even look at me if you like Trump. I don't even, nah, cuz we ain't doing, you've been doing that on Instagram the past 10 years. What changed? The signs started happening during the end of the election season, right? He's speaking to some folks. Yeah, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a part of the gangster party. And they all start clapping. I said, okay. This whole thing of playing both sides for me, it rubbed me the wrong way this past election because I feel like I heard it more so than ever this past election. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I see a lot of the issues and people being fed up with the Democratic Party, everything like this and that, and people being fed up with the Republican Party and the MAGA culture. I get both sides 100%. At the same time, I saw what it was. And a lot of things are more basic and surface level than you think they are. I think more people than ever were criticizing the Democratic Party, and more people were both sides. Oh, I don't want to say anything because I hate both sides and both sides do wrong and this and that. And I'll just vote or I won't vote at all, or I'll vote Cornel West, or I'll vote Jill Stein. Everybody that did that, right? 100%. I think a large part of it, surface level, just basic as basic gets, was because a black woman's running, bro. And it was even a discussion and a debate whether or not she was black. All this people going around and saying this about, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't. It was all because it was a black woman had a chance, you know. Well, I wouldn't say had a chance, but was one of the two biggest nominations to be the president. That's what I think was going on. And that was the first time with Snoop this electoral cycle that he showed that when he said, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a part of the gangster party. Snoop, Doggy Style came out 30 years ago. We ain't never heard you say something like this before. Anyway.
Him over here, when all I did was something for him over.
All you did. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, bro. So y'all mad because all I did was a 30-minute set at a crypto event for my friend, a friend of 15 years. Snoop, you was at the Donald Trump roasting him about wanting to run for president. This was what, 2008, 2010? Wouldn't be the first time he ran a black man out of his house. You were criticizing Trump before he even wanted to run when y'all was quote unquote cool. When y'all was quote unquote cordial as professional peers, whatever the case you might want to say, is public figures. Then he gets in office. You do nothing but criticize him on Instagram. He runs for office again. Now you soften it up a little bit. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a gangster party. And then a bag come for crypto. Okay. Oh, this is what it's about the whole time. So Snoop Dogg, dang, who would have thought? One of our OGs, one of the most important people in our culture, is about the bag more than anything else. And it's more disappointing with someone like Snoop Dogg because once again, like I said, this man got $1 million a day to do 2 weeks of coverage at the Olympics for NBC. If anybody does not need the money, the man who is now the runner of Death Row, the man who has signed October London, one of the hottest artists of last year, the man who is a part of Rap Snacks next to Master P and James Lindsay, the man who has a weed line, a clothing line, a clothing store open back up over there across the street from SoFi Stadium in LA, in Inglewood. And not to mention just one of the more famous people ever. You ain't need no bag, Snoop. So it's even more disappointing to see you take that bag because it's not like you needed the bag. Now, if it was someone like a Soulja Boy was also on the ticket. Now, Soulja Boy might need every show he can get. That might just be what it is. But Snoop, Nah, Snoop, you better than that, bro.
We're here for my people over there. But the perspective sometimes is always thrown out of context because the media threw out their comment. I didn't say nothing. So a lot of times people went to defend me and they went to fight for me or say, hey, man, y'all can't say that about Snoop. He did this, he did that. And then you had some people say, well, 8 years ago, he said this. But what I say is 30-minute DJ set versus 30 years of real work. Which one matters?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. What he's saying, the 30 minutes of real work, 30 years of real work, Snoop has done a lot in the community, a lot specifically for the Black community, the youth football programs, the giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot for the community, 100%. At the same time, bro, like, gosh, Lee, have a dang backbone, bro. Like, you Snoop Dogg. Who in hip hop got more money than Snoop Dogg? I bet you can't even count on Eminem, Jay-Z, Kanye West, maybe Drake. But Drake might not even have more money than Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg had a whole thing with Martha Stewart. Let's just say Drake for the sport of it. Drake. Maybe 50 Cent might compete. Lil Wayne? No way Lil Wayne has more money than Snoop Dogg. No way. No chance. No chance, bro. No chance. But I say 50 Cent and Drake might have as much money as Snoop Dogg. It's not. The point is, it's not 6 rappers on this earth, on this planet, that have more money than Snoop Dogg. So you did a 30-minute set for a big bag for what, bro? Like, you didn't even have to do that. Like, if anything, it should be your morals, right? Because it's like you did all these great things for the community over the past 30 years. Dr. Dre. Does Dr. Dre count as a rapper? If Dr. Dre count as a rapper, yeah, Dr. Dre definitely he up there. Yeah, them beats took him. Them beats took him out of there. Nas might be up there too, because Nas invested in the ring light. I already said Jay-Z. Nas invested in the ring light. So Nas might be up there too. But dog, man, like, it's like, okay, you did all these great things for the community. You didn't need to take this bag. I think the 30 years of work, Snoop, is the reason why you don't take the bag. Because you had 30 years of work to prove that, you know what I'm saying, you're a solid dude and everything like that. But for you to kind of glide, like, you know what I'm saying, just glide over the fact that, oh, people pointing up something I said 8 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. The wealthiest rappers in the world, according to recent estimations, include Kanye West, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre. Kanye West's net worth is $2.7 billion, surpassing Jay-Z's $2.5 billion. 100%. Dr. Dre, and then the comment cut off. Dr. Dre, known for Beats by Dre, is valued at $550 million. Gosh, Lee. Eminem's up there too. Eminem has Shady Radio on Sirius XM. LL Cool J, shout out to LL Cool J, but he's probably not up there. He's just someone I just thought of that's like, does Will Smith count? If Will Smith counts, Will Smith is probably up there too, if he counts. He's rapping again this year. But for Snoop to kind of just dismiss it and not address it is a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bit disappointing. Because it's like, you're supposed to be Uncle Snoop, you're supposed to be the OJ. The OG. Sorry, only lets you do so many words. No, I figured when it cut off, I was like, oh yeah, he probably just gonna do the second thing. But yeah, just disappointed by that, Snoop. All right, I'm gonna talk about this FAMU president. So this has been like this was the biggest news. If them 10 folks ain't break out of the if they didn't break out of the New Orleans jail today, this would have been like the biggest story in Black America. Birdman, Cash Money co-founder Birdman is also worth $160 million. It's a different type of money, man. It's a different type of money on this side. I don't think Birdman has more money than Snoop Dogg. Respectfully. Salute the Birdman, too. Hogging all those people money. But yeah, this was the biggest news before the whole jail thing. Backlash grows over FAMU president selection. This is written by Wally Pitt of HBCU Game Day. Florida A&M University, FAMU, is a leading public HBCU. It faces backlash after announcing Marva Johnson as its new president-elect. The decision sparked strong reactions from alumni, students, and faculty. Many say the process lacked transparency, that Johnson's political ties raised serious concerns. Why the decision was controversial. Marva Johnson is a telecommunications executive with a background in public policy. She has served on the Florida State Board of Education and was appointed by Republican governors, including Ron DeSantis. Critics say her close political connections are troubling, especially given recent state policies that impact HBCUs and limit educational diversity efforts. What makes her selection more controversial is her lack of experience in higher education leadership. Johnson has never served as a college president or in a senior academic role. Many in the FAMU community believe the university needs someone with a proven track record in educational administration. Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, do you want to be the president of one of the top HBCUs in the country? Yeah. Have you ever worked anywhere, like been a principal of a middle school? Nah. But Ron DeSantis, that's my homeboy. Go Gators. A flawed selection process. Concerns over the selection process have added fuel to the fire. According to reports, Johnson was added to the list of finalists late in the process. Some board members questioned how that happened and whether the outcome was predetermined. Well, let me tell you something. If you're cool with Ron DeSantis and you came out of nowhere and you were a last-second finalist, you might have just been petty. The state might have said, "Hey, FAMU, I heard you looking for a couple $1,000s. I might be able to find you some if you know what I'm saying, do me a favor for a favor, eye for an eye." The lack of transparency has led to many believe that the outside political pressure influenced the decision. Critics argue that such interference risks FAMU's mission and independence. 100%. Alumni and student reactions. The backlash from the FAMU. Shout out to the March 100, man. Shout out to FAMU, 100%, 100%. Shout out to all the Rattlers. Shout out to Will Packer. The backlash. Shout out to Rashawn Ali. Shout out to Marlon Walker. Shout out to Raina Cash. The backlash from the FAMU community has been swift and vocal. A petition called FAMU Deserves Better has gained thousands of signatures. Oh, let me see this. Where are we at now? FAMU Deserves Better on change.org. They got 13,000. What's the goal? Oh, they got my business out in the streets. No experience leading the university. Deep ties to DeSantis and MAGA politics. Anti-DEI. How you be anti-DEI leading the HBCU? That's just crazy to me. That's crazy to me, bro. I wonder what the goal is of the petition, though. Sean Diddy Combs, 400 million. Master P. Master P might... I think Master P and Snoop going neck and neck. Diddy? Does Diddy have more money than Snoop? Okay, I might give Diddy. I don't know. Snoop got some money, bro. But anyways, hold on. Let me get back to this. Let me lock in. FAMU Deserves Better. Alumni notable figures like film producer Will Packer have also used social media to express their frustration. At campus meetings and online forums, students and faculty are demanding answers. Many say they feel excluded from a decision that affects the future of the HBCU. Some have called the board to reconsider its choice, what this means for HBCUs. The controversy highlights a larger issue facing public HBCUs. State-funded institutions, they must navigate political landscapes while staying true to the mission. Leadership choices influenced by politics can damage trust and morale within the university. Strong independent leadership is crucial for HBCUs to thrive. Many fear that Johnson's appointment could set a dangerous precedent. It raises the questions about how much control state leaders should have over HBCU governance. The path forward. As Marva Johnson prepares to take the office, FAMU faces a critical moment. The university's reputation and the community trust are on the line as alumni, students, and faculty are likely to continue voicing their concerns. Whether Johnson can win over the FAMU community remains to be seen. What is clear is that HBCUs like FAMU must protect their legacy through transparent leadership and strong public engagement. And as you see here, I think this might say all you need to know. If you know, you know. There's an entire video essay about like Black Republican women having a particular look. And this kind of fits it, suits it. It's just funny that there's an entire essay about it. I saw this and I was like, this looks interesting. This is from diverseeducation.com from Walter Kimbrough. The not so secret plot to destroy HBCUs. I'm finishing my year as an interim president at Talladega College. I believe that's where Deion Sanders graduated from. He got his degree like online from there, Talladega College. As reported, the college has experienced some difficult times, and I arrived last June to try to help resolve the issues. We've made some progress, but as I told our alumni recently, we moved on from life support to intensive care. Jeez Louise, but it's possible to go back on life support without significant support. We have a long road to recovery. Why do black people, black things are so underfunded? And I know that's like a duh, but gosh, please, it's just like hearing the way that we speak about our schools and our communities and everything. You said, well, Rashad, instead of complaining, how about you donate some? You're right. I need to do my part. You're right. I need to do my part. Donate some of my YouTube money to HBCUs, bro. We have a long road to recovery, but I'm excited that Dr. Willie Todd Jr. has accepted the challenge. He's an HBCU grad and has worked at several HBCUs in senior capacity, including president. He gets it. I did too. Last summer, when I got the call from the board chair, I asked my wife, she's a Talladega alumna. She said, that's my school, and kicked me out the house. Okay, not really. But in short order, I was here, knowing our challenges. I worked for the first 5 weeks for free. Oh my gosh. It just sounds like the worst struggle stories ever when you hear like, man, I used to work for a black business, bro. Like I'm a product of black media. I'm a black media baby. When they in my job now, if they're surprised like I work so hard and this and that, because like they work me like a dog to the bone with a black company, bro, black media. The type of like disparity in resources, bro, working for black people versus working at traditional corporate, which is just fancy way of saying white. It's just crazy, dude. It's like a large gap, dog. And I assume it's pretty much the same at HBCUs. I never attended HBCUs. I've just been around them my whole life. And yeah, I don't know. It's just sad things to hear. Like, remember the Ed Reed thing where he was on Instagram Live and he's like, I haven't gotten paid yet, Roland Martin. Dog, you didn't even sign the contract. He's just on campus, just like, you know. Last summer, when I got a call from the board chair, I asked my wife, she's a Talladega alumna. She said, that's my school, and kicked me out the house. Okay, not really, but in short order, I was here. Knowing our challenges, I worked for the first 5 weeks for free, personally paid for all my college-related travel this year, and then donated $15,000 this year. I've been all in all year long. This man, oh my gosh. Salute to all the HBCU workers. Salute to everybody working at a black company right now. Everybody doing something for black businesses to uplift their community because they believe in their communities. We see you, we don't take you for granted. Having served as the president of 2 HBCUs for almost 18 years, a vice president for 5, former chair of the UNCF, member presidents, and a member of the White House HBCU advisory board appointed by President Biden, I knew I could use my knowledge and relationships to help begin to address our issues. We didn't fix everything this year, but there were several existential crises, existential threats that we were able to avoid. And I'm grateful for the entire team here and my colleagues and friends that supported us this year. I want HBCUs to win. Let me say that again. I want HBCUs to win, especially now that there's an assault and attack on everything and everyone black. You better say that. Boy, you better write this thing, boy. But over the past few years, I've noticed a pattern that troubles me. The presidential search process has become super hyper politicized, and we're now watching the fruits of this plot to destroy HBCUs. It's being done through the presidential search process. What's going on in Jackson State, bro? It's been like 6 presidents at Jackson State from probably, I say 2019, 2020. It's been 6 different presidents in the span of 5-6 years. And this last guy, there's a bunch of rumors out about the last guy that resigned out of nowhere. But that's neither here nor there. Those are rumors. You're not going to get me in court. The presidential search process has become hyper politicized, and we're now watching the fruits of it destroy HBCUs. It's being done right through the presidential search process. Nowhere has this been more painfully evident than the search for the next president of Florida A&M University. I was not a candidate, so this isn't a sour grapes argument. I know 2 of the finalists, and I am confident that either of them will be a great choice. But I, like many, raised eyebrows as the candidate who reportedly was a late edition finalist. On paper, she had no business being a finalist, period. As the nation's political leaders loudly preach merit, this candidate would clearly be labeled by them as a DEI hire. You better flip that card back on them if she was a finalist at a predominantly white institution, but there have been no such challenge to someone with no higher education experience. I listened to her interview with the board. She was asked to name the peers of FAMU with specific interests in salary comparisons. Someone who knows higher legible education would have said just last week, the Chronicle of Higher Education published an article. Who does your college think its peers are? Based on the data each school submitted through EPEDs, one would have known that FAMU listed 5 peers. 16 institutions listed FAMU as a peer, and only one listed FAMU that FAMU also listed, North Carolina A&T. Right? Interestingly, FAMU listed no Florida State schools and none listed FAMU. If she did her homework, she would have seen the faculty's salary benchmarking study the trustees mentioned. In fact, the Siegel Group study, easily found on the website, indicates they use CUPA-HR custom peer group of 56 schools. There are several metrics that one could use to identify peers and aspirational peers. But what we got was 3 minutes of rambling with no ability to demonstrate she understood the issue. What is going on, huh? Well, peers go Rattlers. The plot to destroy HBCUs was on full display. In states where ideologically conservative boards reign, they are pushing candidates wholly unqualified to lead. The question will be if they ignore the massive resistance to this candidate and hire her, or realize that they are making the president an open declaration of war on FAMU. Recently, the alumni at Albany State University mounted a campaign against a rumored potential candidate, and the university system of Georgia did not select him. But those wanting to destroy HBCUs have other tactics. Many presidential searches are confidential, with the thought that a strong candidate, like a sitting president, would not apply if their interest became public, because if they aren't selected, the relationship with the current campuses might be strained or even destroyed. Having been a president, I fully understand the concern. But the downside is the public doesn't know what the school pool looks like. And so they are unaware that the shenanigans that have taken place. Several times in the past few years, I've had colleagues ask me why I wasn't in the search. And when I tell them I was, they're shocked. When you see people selected with little to no higher ed experience, no senior higher education experience, or no HBCU education experience, you quickly realize there's no deliberate effort to undermine these institutions. The activism by the alums at both Albany State and FAMU must be the norm going forward. What happened at FAMU to allow completely unqualified candidate to sit as a finalist must never happen again. As Dr. Martin Luther King reminded, you better quote MLK, a time comes when silence is betrayal. If we love HBCUs, We can't continue this betrayal. The plot destroyed HBCUs is no longer a secret. We're watching it online. You better say that. This is well written, bro. Well written. W president. W school president. Let me see. Diddy has significantly more money than Snoop Dogg. Diddy's net worth is estimated $900 million, while Snoop Dogg's is $160 million. Didn't he go to FSU? Oh, you talking about Deion? Deion went to FSU in undergrad, but he didn't graduate. He played the first 3 years under scholarship, and then he got drafted, and he played for the New York Yankees minor league team. So since he played for the New York Yankees minor league team, he was getting paid. So he couldn't come back to Florida State his senior season as a football player. So he dropped his football scholarship, and he played with Florida State his senior season as a walk-on. So he was allowed to play. But he didn't finish school. After that senior year, he went to the NFL, and that was it. So in order to become a college coach, he had to finish school. So he got his degree online at an HBCU. Let me see. Deion Sanders graduates. Yeah, he graduated from Talladega College in 2020, August 2020. About 13 months before he was named as a coach. Because you can't be a coach without a college degree. I didn't know that. Thank you. Gotcha. 100%. So that's what happened with Neon Deion. But this is well written by Dr. Walter M. Kimbrough, W president. Let me see some more stuff. Jackson State's former president and FAMU's new president are both full-blown MAGA Trump supporters. That ain't no dang coincidence. That's what he said, and they selling out all around. HBCU people are getting suspicious. She requested a base salary of $750K plus incentive. Bam, you got $750K plus incentives. They raised the range to be $450 to $750K. No other candidate requested above $500K. Of course, it's an HBCU. But he said, I worked the first 5 months for free, and then I donated $15,000. She has zero experience. They shoehorned her into the finalists. She tanked her interview. PharmDs do not do dissertations. They went through with the vote. They are attempting to strip the chair of power to negotiate her salary in favor of a member who voted for her. They sold out FAMU. This was coordinated and intentional. The other candidates never had a chance. I ain't gonna lie. You hate to see this, bro. You hate to see this, dog. You hate to see this. 2020 elect on Rick.
I'm asking you.
This is Will Packer. It looked like Will Packer. That's why I pulled it up, because I'm like, this is like Will Packer. Oh, so he just asked her. Oh, this is crazy, Jeremiah. What you just dropped? That's insane. But this looks like Will Packer. He asked her, did she think the 2020 election was rigged? It was kind of like asking, where were you January 6th, 2020?
He also said it wasn't rigged.
I'm asking you, your opinion.
I don't think that's an instance where an opinion is relevant, because we actually have court facts. And that's one of the things I love about this country, is that my opinion may be interesting, but the truth is really all that ever matters. And so as long as we have forums that allow the truth to be presented and evaluated and analyzed, then I think we're in a good spot. So I think we got this. Thank you very much.
Dang, they cutting the people. Is that Will? They cutting Will Packer off? He made Girls Trip.
Yeah, I don't think my opinion matters. And so I appreciate that you all definitely want to understand my thinking. I believe the court. Yes, I believe the court. Because is it wrong? Is that not an answer?
No, it's not. I wanted to know if you, because you were an elector for Donald Trump, if
I was an elector for the state of Florida. Okay, so just to be clear, the way that the elector process works is whoever the candidate is, you cast your ballot on behalf of the state if you are an elector. Folks, we got a lot of movement here tonight. I gotta work both sides of this room, okay?
You gonna rush off like your most famous alum? Russian strike on a civilian bus in Ukraine. Them people crazy over there. 100%. Free Palestine. But this is Russia and Ukraine, and we give don't we give them? Yeah. We used to give a bunch of money to Ukraine until the whole Israel thing happened. Then they started giving money to Israel. Jesus Louise. Prayers up to those in Ukraine on the bus to lose 9 people. That's a tragedy. Prayers up for sure. 3 tourists sued the Las Vegas hotels. Alleged. Man, Vegas, bro. Vegas be having some nice hotels for pretty affordable too. They like $200 for like a couple nights. And that's pretty affordable for like the quality of hotels they are, because they want you to gamble all the way. They want you got to walk through like 8 casinos just to get to the elevator to go up to your room. You hear about Whataburger? Whataburger got sued for putting onions on a burger. Oh man, I gotta see that. Hold on. Whataburger sued. Let me see. Here it is. A Houston man, Jeremy Ardell Wilson, recently sued Whataburger for nearly $1 million after claiming he had an allergic reaction to onions on his burger. Oh yeah. This happens all the time in the fast food industry, bro. He probably gonna win too, bro. He allergic. I be saying no onions all the time. Supposed to be put in onions. Now, if I had an allergic reaction and I just felt like a bloodthirsty, greedy, you know what I'm saying? Man, I would have pressed charges, but I didn't. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Hold on, let me read it real quick. From Houston 26. This is written by Adam Fullerton. Shout out to Adam. Houston. The Houston man is suing Whataburger after he received a meal with onions when he asked for no onions. Oh, by the way, shout out to Jeremiah, bro. Shout out to Jeremiah for this. This is a nice little story. I want to sue and get money, LOL, but I'm not allergic to anything. Well, you know, like, remember the lady with the McDonald's? She got the coffee, and then she set it in the little cup holder, and she was driving to work, and the coffee spilled on her lap, but it burned her lap. She got like 3rd-degree burns, and she ended up getting like 2.5 million or whatever from McDonald's for that. So you have to be allergic to something. You can't just have the misfortune of like burning yourself. And if you burn yourself through their product, you might get some money. Well, we know, according to the suit, Jeremy Ardell Wilson went to Whataburger on July 24th, 2024. I went to Whataburger for the first time in Tulsa, Oklahoma around that same, no. It was like more, because it was right before I left my job, like September. And it was sensational, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. It was sensational. We asked for a meal with no onions. After eating his meal, he had an allergic reaction. Here's my thing, bro. As someone who don't get onions on their stuff, when I taste something, I know when it has some onions on it, bro. And when it has onions, I peel that thing up and I scrape the onions off. The suit also says that Wilson had to seek medical care for serious personal injuries. He filed a lawsuit against Whataburger in the Harris court. In April, he's seeking between $2,500,000 and $1 million for what his legal team describes as negligence, selling defective products, and deceptive trade practices. I'm not going to lie. All 3 of those things make sense in this case. The suit also claims that Wilson is owed money due to physical pain and mental anguish, cost of his medical treatment, and physical impairment. It is not clear what meal Wilson ordered. Dig deeper. This is not the first time Wilson. Oh, so he lives off of this. It's not the first time Wilson has sued a restaurant chain over a mistake in his meal. In 2024, Wilson sued Sonic at a Cyprus location after allegedly included onions on his burger, causing him to become sick. Earlier this week, Sonic requested that Wilson be required to prove the allegations against him and requested trial. This is what I'm saying, bro. If you don't eat onions on your stuff and you take a bite into a burger and you taste onions, you're going to taste them immediately. And you're going to peel it and you're going to scrape it off. How do I know? Because I say no onions every time. Jeremiah said, yes, I'm from H-Town on in PA. What about the lady who gave the kid chicken nuggets and burned the leg? Got 800 million? I'm like, let me burn my leg. I ain't burning my leg for 800 million. If my leg fall off, I don't think my leg is worth 800 million, bro. I'm not doing that because I don't want my leg. Like, what would y'all auction off y'all leg for 800 million? I'm not. I think walking is priceless. 10 limbs, 10 toes, 2 working feet, 2 working legs. I think it's priceless, bro. I'm not doing that. But yeah, a little slight detour. Shout out to Jeremiah for the love. We got Jonesboro Marching Band. The Jonesboro Marching Band, this is Metro Atlanta, of course. Shout out to the Fox 5 Atlanta team. Home team. I never worked for Fox 5. When I said home team, I was just referring specifically to Atlanta. Jonesboro High School band members received $13 million in band scholarship offers. The majestic marching Cardinals of Jonesboro High School are ending their school year on a high note, setting a new record with more than $13 million in band scholarship offers for their senior class. Well, we know from performing in New York to visiting the White House, the band has had an impressive year. I believe they performed at Casanat's game, bro, at the LBA, the Little Basketball Association. They were the band that performed in the stands. I have video of it. Let me see if I can find it, if this was them. But yeah, they were performing in the stands, man. Shout out to John. They're definitely good, man. There's a reason why they went to them. Hold on, I went too far back. Let me scroll down. That's all right. Kai. All right. I'm looking for any footage with the band. I might have deleted it. Dang. Oh, that was just the first game. Okay. It was stuff that happened in between the games. Okay. Yeah, here it is. All right, hold on. I'm about to share this little thing. Oh, man, hold on. I got to get to this. Jeremiah said, December 2nd, I had my leg amputated, 10 surgeries, bad veins in my leg. The normal person blood flow in your leg is 100%. They said I had 11% trying to get a leg. Then my doctor quit. Bro, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's terrible. That's whack. Now I'm trying to find a new doctor to get a leg. Bro, best of luck to you, bro. Hey, prayers up for Jeremiah, bro. Pray your hands in the chat. Pray your hands in the comments if you're watching this as a separate video. Let's pray for Jeremiah real quick, man. Father God, we thank you so much for bringing us all here today. I appreciate Jeremiah. I appreciate today and all the people in here that's showing love. We appreciate you, first of all, for keeping us all safe and getting us to the end of the day. It's been crazy in the city I'm in, and it's been crazy all around the world. It's been crazy around the country of America, all my Americans watching this right now. And just for Jeremiah right now, in this moment of his life, as he's searching for a new leg and he's searching for a new doctor after his previous doctor gave up on him and didn't believe on him and might have just looked at Jeremiah as a number. Father God, we just want Jeremiah to know that he's more than a number. He's an actual person with a beating heart, and he's a soul, and he's here on this earth, here serving a purpose. He's breathing for a reason. We thank you for all of these things in your majestic name. In Jesus' name we pray, man. All right, for sure. Yeah, man. Best of luck to you, Jeremiah. Best of luck to you on that. Hold on, man. We had Jonesboro. I think this is them. I believe this was them, man. The marching band and stuff like that. And I had them playing too, but I don't think I have that footage anymore. I'm trying to see if oh yeah, it's probably his. This 50 seconds is this. Yeah, this was the end of the game. Anyways, Jonesboro, they've been everywhere. The Jonesboro marching band has been everywhere, dog. So this is definitely well worth it. Definitely well worth it. Jeremiah said, he said, thank you. That was awesome for you to do. Man, no problem, bro. You showing love to me. I'm showing love back, bro. Was that a crazy graduation where they were all dancing? No, that was Casanat, bro. Oh. He said, was that the crazy graduation? He's talking about Southern. Shout out to Southern, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What Southern did when they was dancing at the graduation, for those of you who didn't see it, I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna pull it up on Deontay Cal's page. Deontay Cal. Shout out to Deontay Cal. Deontay Cal. Let me pull this up. Southern. Here it is. So yeah, Southern, they like celebrated. But me personally, I did not have a problem with this. Because they did it once they crossed the stage. What I have a problem with is when they announce their names and then they do all of that. Because then it makes the ceremony longer. When you do it on the side after they already announced your name and you walked off the stage, you ain't causing no disturbance. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You just celebrating, bro. These kids is just celebrating. They done stressed and all those things. Look at it. Bow, 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 bow. I love Louisiana, bro. hey, hey. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it because it's not stalling the entire graduation ceremony, bro. It's not stalling anything. These kids stress over. They have sleepless nights. They have nights where they're running on Adderall and coffee, and they have nights where they're broke and they can't eat. And they have nights or days where they're walking to class on no sleep, no food, no money. You know what I mean? Just trying to make it. Just trying to make it through. And they finally see it through. They might be the first in their family to do it. They might be So I don't have any problem with that. Like I said, I do have a problem when they announce your name and you do all that dancing and stuff on the stage on your way to grabbing it. Because now they didn't hand you your degree, and now we here for another 2 hours. I don't like that at all. That's annoying. Jeremiah said, I used to go to the Bayou Bowl, TSU, and Grambling. They always had the best bands. Yeah, I really liked A&T's band. I've always been a fan of A&T's band ever since when I lived in Mississippi a couple years. Sonic Boom of the South has become one of my favorites just when I was living in Jackson and things of that sort. So yeah. But back to Jonesboro, man. Let's talk about the kids, the future of the band. The band has had an impressive year, and now their hard work is paying off in major ways for the college-bound seniors. Band director Lionel Goodwin confirmed that the students earned scholarships offers from over 40 schools after months of preparations and auditions. Among the standout seniors were 2 students who secured more than $1 million in scholarship offers. Both plan to attend Texas Southern University, where they will. Hey, that's your hood, Jeremiah. That's your hood. More than $1 million in scholarship offers. They both plan to attend Texas Southern University. Shout out to Michael Strahan, where they both will join other Jonesboro band alumni. This year's graduating class nearly doubled the previous record of the scholarship offers set by a band, surpassing roughly $7 million. Goodwin credited the students' teamwork and mutual support during the competitive application and audition process. All right. The majestic marching Cardinals aren't slowing down. They're scheduled to perform at Atlanta's Juneteenth Parade Festival and are actively fundraising for their next major appearance, representing Georgia in the 2026 London New Year's Day Parade. The group still needs to raise about $400,000 to make the international trip possible. Donations can be made here at Jonesboro MMC. I'll put that in the description. We'll do that. Jeez. They need 400,000, bro. Do they have like at least a tracker? They trying to go to London. Them kids going from Jonesboro, bro, going from the South Side to London would be so dope. This is them at the White House when they perform at the Easter egg roll. Salute to them, man. W Jonesboro. W Jonesboro. Support. Let me see. Is this it? Sponsor. Oh, their annual band dues are $690. Bro, gosh, Lee. Them folks, band dues is high. All right, anyways, but make sure y'all support them. Things of that sort. Donate if you have any old instruments. You know, get back to the kids. The arts is important, bro. The arts are important. All right, final thing of the night. You guys' favorite topic of the night. Diddy. Oh, hold on. Give me a second now. The tornadoes in St. Louis today, the trees fell and crushed 4 people. Gosh, Lee, St. Louis. Bow, 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 bow. That's terrible. I ain't hear about that. That's terrible, though. Let's get to some Diddy news, man, shall we? So the latest in the Diddy drama, they were apparently offering $20 to people who will wear Diddy shirts. Free Diddy. It's crazy.
Why do you feel that way?
So these are all paid protesters. You can get $20 an hour if you wear a t-shirt.
You gotta speak up.
She just got recruited, right?
I refuse.
You said no.
No.
It wasn't worth the 20?
No, but like he told me that it's for a Diddy coin, so I'm not really sure what that is.
Diddy, wait, so it's not even $20 US? See, look, bro. Nah, never mind. Because if I just said what I said about Snoop, you got to keep it 100. You can't wear no. I say, oh, I just wear it for an hour. $20. That's enough to get lunch. No, bro. If you're going to have morals, have some morals. If you're going to have a backbone, have a backbone.
Yeah, they just tried to pay me $20 to wear a free fucking shirt.
Stop. I could tell because
The lady right there, she just kept convincing me to go wear a shirt, and I'm like, I'm dead.
so just $20. And if you need $20, all you have to do is wear a free puff shirt.
It just stand out here.
And you said no.
Yeah, I said no.
Did they say how many hours?
$20 an hour. And she told me she got paid like $60 yesterday for standing out there in 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why do you?
That's crazy. I want to go to our homegirl, one who's been holding us down with the reporting every days. She's kind of just become like my go-to on this Diddy stuff. Lauren, this is what she posted yesterday, so I'm gonna go to her page. We're gonna do it like that. This is 9. This is okay. We'll go to this one first.
Diddy trial, day 5. The weather is awful. I'm clenching an umbrella between my legs right now, so bear with me here. But Cassie is still on the stand being cross-examined. And just a warning.
Jeremiah wanted to know what I thought about Metcalf and Carmelo. And if Anthony's found guilty, they're gonna riot, I bet. That was definitely the situation that split America perfectly. And it's funny because I do mostly I come from a background of sports and doing mostly like women's basketball to be specific. And when the whole Caitlin Clark rise thing happened, I would see just a lot of prejudice in my comment section and all around the internet with Caitlin Clark supporters but like downplaying black players because of Caitlin Clark. And then if you called it out, then they'd be like, oh, you're pulling the race car, Caitlin. Just kind of using her as a poster child of that. Other women's basketball fans used to make jokes about like Caitlin Clark fans being the Klan and things of that sort. There's a point to the story. Boy, when I started doing them little political stories, especially something that involved race, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf was the perfect storm of that. I saw some real racists in them comments. It won't nothing compared to them Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever, Iowa comments. Boy, the real racism I seen in the Carmelo Anthony comments, and I seen in the comments for Shiloh, the white lady who called the black boy, the 5-year-old autistic black boy, the N-word with the hard R, and she got $600,000 for that. I've never seen racism like that. Was like legit racism. I ain't seen that in a few years, bro. He said that's so dumb when they use the race card, like they're using the NOLA jail escapes about race. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Like the comments that I was seeing, bro, it was taking a toll on me, and I'm still going live every day. So, but I see those notifications, and I don't like seeing the little red dot with the number on it. I don't like seeing that I have notifications. So I would just click on all this stuff, and I'll read it, and man, the comments, like that was real racism. That Caitlin Clark, Indiana, there's not no real racism. That might be a little prejudice, but that ain't no racist. The stuff you see in the political and all that, that's the racist stuff. And I say all that to go back to your question. What do you think happens if, regardless of what happens? I think if he's found innocent, it's going to be something. I think if he's found guilty, it's going to be something. I think it's just one of them things. It's like George Floyd, you know, regardless of what happened with the cop, people is going to be either really mad or people is going to be really happy. People is going to be really frustrated. So, yeah.
It's been a few days of cross. So what I'm about to say, just again, I'm reporting it. Don't get mad, but this is what's going on. It's been very explosive today. We've heard about allegedly Cassie dating an NFL player at one point and Diddy becoming insanely jealous. And there was another mention of Cassie dancing with Chris Brown in 2013. And after she did this, allegedly Diddy stole her phone. Cassie said she remembered Diddy stealing her phone, but she denied ever dancing with Chris Brown. And this all stemmed from an incident that she told us.
100% agree, Jeremiah, by the way. He said it's going to be George Floyd Part 2. I definitely see it like that. Because it perfectly divided the country. And I saw it firsthand, like, in the numbers that those videos were getting, and in the type of comments that people were leaving, like how passionate people were on both sides. It's crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Where
it was a perfect storm of like racism, like white kid, black kid, white kid wasn't armed, black kid was armed. You know, I don't know. The whole thing was just like perfect.
Driving with Diddy in the car. They were going to a doctor's appointment and he said something to her like, you know, text your mom that you're okay. And I'm paraphrasing. And she opens her phone or goes to unlock it. And as soon as she unlocked it, he stole it from her. And then she said he got out of the car basically and took off running. She didn't have her phone for hours and she told her mom and her mom called the cops. Side note, I'm wondering how many calls there were to LAPD over the last X many years and how many police reports there are. I wonder if that'll come out. But let me go back a little bit because, oh my gosh, it's raining so bad. Sorry. There was a lot of back and forth between Cassie and Diddy, and Cassie really talking about how, you know, you're high, you're so crazy when you're high, you're drunk, you're this, you're that.
You're not yourself without a Snickers.
And I felt like the defense is really trying to plant that Diddy could have never committed these crimes, again, because he didn't have the guilty mind to do so because he was under the influence. Just a thought that I had. We learned today, oh my gosh, there was a lot. We learned about Jonathan Odie, and this was the escort that had come out. He got arrested at Mar-a-Lago in 2018. He was on camera saying all these things about Cassie and Diddy and that Diddy paid him off and this and that. Well, it was discussed today with Cassie that she saw Jonathan Odie take his phone out during an FO and start to record. She told Diddy, and she said that, you know, Diddy said he would take care of it, but she wasn't aware of, you know, him doing anything. But I guess we know now that he did pay him off and he did sign an NDA. They also discussed the escort service they used. I'm not sure if I had said this before, but it's called Cowboys and Angels, and it was actually on a reality show called Gigolos. I don't know if that was Showtime
This man Diddy is crazy.
or HBO, but yeah, whatever. They really are spending a lot of time trying to discredit Cassie. There's a couple things here. So Cassie had testified during direct about an alleged rape that happened in 2018. She said it was in August. Well, they pulled up transcripts and her lawsuit, her 2023 lawsuit, where she said that it happened in September of 2018. And this was after Diddy returned from Burning Man. And during direct, she said that the rape occurred in August again. And that night, he was trying to convince her to go to Burning Man. Then they showed us text messages between Cassie and Diddy from August of 2018, where he says to her, or she texts him with a heart. And this is like a day or two after they went to that dinner. And then he allegedly raped her. And sorry, is it loud? I hope it's not. She texted him with a heart, and he said, "I'm sorry that I've fallen off." Again, paraphrasing, "I didn't turn you on last night or the other day." And you know, she's responding, and they're having a conversation like all is well. And then they go to another friend's birthday party a few days later. So again, poking a lot of holes. And then there was something wild, a recording that we heard that I thought was super wild. And I didn't bring up what I'm about to tell you the other day because it wasn't, I don't know, I guess I didn't think it was important, but wow, now it's pretty crazy. And by the way, just going back to Cassie responding with, you know, or corresponding with Diddy after the alleged rape, I don't want to get any hate for that. I'm sure that the state is going to put a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist on the stand testifying about trauma survivors and abuse and how they react. Just a side note. But about this other incident. So during direct, Cassie had said that she was in Atlantic City hosting a bunch of parties, and a guy named Sujit that they knew, I don't know who Sujit necessarily is, he said that he had a video of Cassie touching herself or doing something, you know, during an FO, and she flipped out and she told Diddy, and he wasn't in town. I believe he was in California or somewhere else. Don't quote me on that, but he was not in Atlantic City and he was not in town. Hold on, I'm standing up. My legs are killing me. I'm trying to cover my notebook. So she told him, and he says, you know, don't let him out of your sight. Like, try to get this video. He's freaking out as well. So during direct, she said that when Diddy flew back to New York, they held a meeting with Sujit and someone else. And these are my words, not hers. She kind of described this dinner as almost like a mafioso type dinner where Diddy was sitting at the table and he had like bodyguards surrounding the restaurant against the wall, and that was that. So I'm kind of just like, okay, I guess, I could share that with you guys, but that was it. Well, we got a lot more context today when the defense actually played a recording of Cassie. She recorded it herself because, again, Diddy said, don't let him out of your sight, do whatever you can. She recorded herself confronting Sujit, and Sujit sounds very drunk. He says he has this video. She says, show it to me. It starts off fine. And then Cassie, hold on. I wrote up a lot of stuff down that she said. And they're really trying to show that, in my opinion, that it wasn't just Diddy that was violent. It was Cassie as well. Where is it? So we hear this recording and she says, here it is. I will kill you right now. I will hide you. I will kill you and put you in the effing dirt. I will kill you and I will kill you again. And she says, you're playing games. All the
How you gonna do it twice? I thought you could only do it once.
friends are leaving. I've never killed anyone, but I will kill you. I don't care. You're playing games. I'm going to. And then she says, it's not going to be my hands. Someone else is going to do it. Blood won't be on my hands. And then the defense made sure to tell us that he was in California when this happened. So I know what they're trying to do. Again, it seems like they're dragging Cassie through the mud here. And when I said that his attorney was, strategic yesterday, Nicole Esteveo, and being kind and not badgering Cassie, that seemed to dissipate a little bit today. At one point, they're talking about Cassie going to rehab in 2023. and she went to somewhere called Willow House. And Esteban says, you looked at the website, right, before you went to rehab. And Cassie's like, I don't know, I don't remember. And then she made a comment like, well, surely if you left your children for 45 days, you would have looked at the website ahead of time. Objection. And then before the judge could even say sustain, she's like withdrawn. So it was getting a little spicy. And just about this rehab, they were talking about, the rehab. And basically that it wasn't just for drugs and trauma. It was a lot more than that. She had some type of neurotherapy that would help her cope with trauma. She had sessions where she would basically, relive some of the trauma and complete it. And then they made sure to share that she was taking some kind of drug. I think it was... it started with an S. I gotta find it. It'll take me a minute to find it. It's so crazy out here. Suboxone. She was taking something like that, but not when she got to this rehab. Prior to that, let me see. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot this morning. I feel like if I'm leaving anything out, I'll do another update at the end of the day, but my notepad is soaking wet. It's disgusting out here. Let me think. Yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll leave it at that for now. And if I forget anything later, I'll let you know. Oh, there was, it's just wild when you hear these evidentiary hearings in the morning before trial starts, and they're arguing about evidence being let in. And then like hearing a federal judge say the term freak off, I will just never get used to it. It's so weird. But anyway, I will post more later. Thanks for watching.
Hey, once again, shouts out to Lauren for holding us down over here with the coverage. Jeremiah said, I love when the Eagles won, but them streets be so crazy. Like the dude that was unalive off the pole, 100% rest in peace to that young man. Yeah, man. I mean, groupthink is dangerous, bro. Horde mentality is dangerous with humans who just go do whatever. But however, I am falling asleep. So with that being said, I'm going to log off and wish you guys a great night, a great morning, a great evening, a great afternoon, and all of the things. If nobody else told you today, once again, shout out to Jeremiah showing mad love tonight. Nobody else told you today, I care for you. Peace. I'll be back tomorrow.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.